Hey kids, it is Monday the 26th, and today is a shot day, so that means it is a weigh-in day. I did weigh myself this morning before I took a shower and got dressed and all that good stuff. I was 263.4. Last time I weighed in 5 days ago, I was 265, so almost 2 pounds in 5 days. And I kind of figured that there would be a loss because, well, for one, when I weighed myself the other day, unofficially, it was 264. So I figured I'd just keep going down. Also, like I mentioned before, we're going to have ups and downs during this trek. So I was not super keen on the increase in the numbers last weigh-in, but I just expect that it's going to happen sometimes. It's not always going to be a downward trajectory. So the 263.4 from today, I was pretty happy with. Today I will be injecting 5 milligrams. I have one more 5 milligram vial left, but since my dad's doing it with me, I figured I will save that one for him. He takes his shot tomorrow, I think. And then, so he'll have one more vial where he'll be able just to draw the entire amount before I get him on a 15 milligram vial where he'll have to split that into thirds. And it's not like it's difficult, right? You're just going to the 0.5, where this one is, the 0.5 every time, because the way that I do it, every 0.1 milliliters, I think, yeah, is a milligram. Just if you do it by tens, it just makes it easy. So it'd be the same thing. He'd still be drawing up to the 0.5 line on the syringes, but sometimes it's just easier just to be able to be like, all right, all the liquid done, and not really have to think about it. So, all right, I'll give you the inside scoop into this shot, and then we'll come back and we will talk about things. All right, we are going to sanitize the shot area. Give that a minute. Okay, I'm going to try to be gentle with this because I feel like I've had a bruise the last time or two, and I'm not sure if it's due to me pushing like the needle, the whole thing into my skin more, or if it's the amount of liquid that I'm injecting. I really couldn't say. All right, I'll just hold out a couple of seconds. I mean, generally you do this when you do the mechanical pens. You probably don't need to do it when you're doing these type of insulins. But so today I was at the 0.5, that's 5 milligrams. I do have a little bit of pinpoint bleeding, but that's whatever. No big deal, right? All right, we'll be right back. All right, that shot is in the bag, easy peasy. It doesn't really hurt to give myself the injection. I don't really have a huge fear of needles to begin with, so it's never really been a problem. I don't like giving blood. That is a little thing. My veins tend to roll, and so I always have to tell them they have to use like the little child butterfly needles, and then it takes longer. I hate it. I can feel the needle in my arm. It sucks. So yeah, it's no good. This one time, after I had my second child, my heart stopped. So they had to resuscitate me and life flight me to this hospital. And they had given me so many fluids. My skin was like a sausage. It was crazy. Like I could not touch my fingers together because they were so swollen. Like I could not move them. And my arms were so swollen. The nurses, they had trouble getting veins. So they had to call in a life flight person because they had different boxes that they could use. It was like this red light box that actually highlights your veins. So then they were able to do what they needed to do. Yeah, so I don't like needles in that sense. Giving myself a shot, sure. Getting piercings, it's whatever. Like, I'm not, tattoos, not super pleasant, but it's, it's nothing. Giving blood though, hate it. Flipping hate it. My sister used to donate plasma for extra money, and I thought about doing that. But those needles, have you seen those needles? They are gigantic. Can't do it. And it sucks because I have the, what is it? O positive, whatever it is. It's like universal. That's what I have. And I would love to be able to give back and, donate blood and help people out. But I can't. And I did try one time to donate plasma, and they're like, your veins are too small. Lose weight, pump iron. That's going to get your veins bigger. And I was like, hard pass. So, but as far as bathroom things, I have been going very regularly. But again, it's on the almost too much side of the spectrum now. So yesterday I took 2 of the magnesium pills and 2 probiotics. And I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to go to 2 pills every 2 days or 1 pill every day. I'm not 100%. I have a play coming up this week, and I really don't want to be, and the way that our seating is, we're on the highest tier, but in the front and almost straight in the middle. So if something happens in the middle of a show, I'm having to try to scooch my way super ineffectively in a darkened theater past like 20 people, if not more. It's not ideal. As much as I hate being constipated, maybe I'll just stop all things this week and pick back up next week, because I don't want to have to deal with that. That would be no fun. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. We're seeing the MJ play, the Michael Jackson play. I know nothing about it. I assume, probably correctly, that it's going to be about Michael Jackson, but I don't know if it's going to be like the whole Billy Joel play where, Moving Out, where it's all of their songs, a lot of his songs that like tell a story through the songs, or if it's just going to be singing and dancing, or if it's going to be about Michael Jackson's life. I have no clue. Sometimes I like going into these plays kind of flying blind. So like I did with 6, and I was really overwhelmed, like in a good way. I thought that was a great play. So I'll just have it be the same. We just got our season announced because we're season ticket holders to our Broadway theater in town. And Mrs. Doubtfire is one of the plays. I will watch it because it's part of the season play, but did it really need to be made into a Broadway play? I like the movie well enough. I don't know. It'll be interesting. That's like September or something is when that new season starts. We still have a couple plays to go in this current season. Other than that, food-wise, yesterday, again, not great. Candy was involved. We're kind of clearing out the last of the Valentine candy. But what I do is when Costco has a sale on things, I tend to buy like multiples of them. Like we have so many boxes of Mott's fruit snacks because like 2 times ago when they were on sale, we ended up hitting up Costco a couple times during that sale, and I would buy like 2 boxes at a time every time. We had so many boxes of Mott's fruit snacks because it was a good deal. And the kids love the fruit snacks, but do they want to eat them every day? No. They want to open up legit every other package in the house and have like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then have one of those and have one of these. My point being, when I was at Costco, they had these ganache chocolate hearts, and they're like a dark chocolate, so they're good for you, right? Dark chocolate is a healthy chocolate, so they say. So I bought a couple bags of those. They had these strawberry yogurt dipped pretzels. We've got a couple extra bags of those in the house. And I don't really eat the pretzels too much. I did have 2 of the chocolate hearts yesterday. And then there was like this bag of Skittles from a Valentine bouquet. So I ate most of those. I think I ended up throwing out a couple pieces near the end. But like I had them on a chair next to me while I was playing Minecraft, and I was just like mindlessly eating them. Just kept reaching over and popping a couple in my mouth, like I wasn't even that hungry, or I should not say that hungry. I was not hungry at all, but they were there and they were yummy. So I just kept eating them. I'm actually quite surprised that I didn't have a bad night's sleep. I got up once to go to the bathroom just to pee, and I was able to fall asleep fairly quickly after that, which was nice. And I didn't really suffer from a lot of acid reflux or indigestion or a lot of gas or anything like I had been in nights past. So I don't know what was different about the food yesterday, because I mean, like I said, I had a fair amount of sugar, and I really wish that I could determine what causes the indigestion and the gas, the flatulence, the burping, all that kind of stuff. Because if it was just sugar, you'd think that eating a fair amount of candy would have encouraged those symptoms, and it was not. I had some ribs earlier in the day, those pork baby back ribs that we had made. Today I've had 2 small slices of sourdough toast, homemade. We make homemade sourdough. It's super tasty. And I had a small Noosa yogurt, a blueberry one of those. And I think that's been it. I had that for breakfast. So I'll probably have some ribs later on today. I am going with my dad to a doctor appointment. I try to go to all of his doctor appointments with him. I keep a notepad on my phone, every time we go in, about what was discussed, just so it's easy to help remind him when I need to of what was actually said that day. Now, some of the things I'm sure he remembers, like a doctor saying, oh, you should be exercising, at least 10 to 15 minutes a day. Does he actually do that? No, he does not. It's frustrating for me because I'm like, just walking from your front door rather, to your garage door, it's like a straight shot down this hallway. You can see everything. And so it's super frustrating to me when he won't even set a timer for 5 minutes and then just walk from one door to the other door. It's ridiculous. So everything else though, he accepts. When a doctor tells him something, he just accepts it. And the frustrating part is, maybe I would have told him the same thing for multiple times, but then when a doctor says it, oh, that's a really good point. I've never thought of it that way. Really? I just told you this a couple days ago. But I don't know. I guess we all do that, right? I know that we probably do that with our spouses. They'll be like, oh, we should get this. And then we're like, oh, Fred told me about this. I just told you about this. So we all do it. I guess it's not just an elderly thing. But I do get frustrated when when parents only want to take doctor's advices. My mom, on the other hand, is the other side of the spectrum. She doesn't like to listen to anything the doctors say. She very much likes to be holistic. She does not like to take medication. She likes to look at, okay, well, this is supposed to lower my blood pressure. Maybe these supplements could do the same thing. So I'm going to try those first. Or, well, you're telling me I should take X milligrams every day. That doesn't really work for me. So I'm going to cut this dose in half and take more when I need it. And it's conflicting because sometimes I think that's a really good way to go, taking charge of your health like that. And other times I'm thinking, well, they went to medical school for a long time. Maybe they know what they're talking about. So I get conflicted on that. But I don't think the doctors are infallible. And I don't think that we know everything nearly about medicine at this stage. The whole cholesterol, they said for the longest time, oh, you need to have your cholesterol down. You need to have your cholesterol down. Do you though? There's been some correlation between having a certain type of cholesterol and maybe heart disease, for example, but they really have not been able to have causation. This definitely causes that. And they're finding that even higher cholesterol folks maybe don't have the buildup in their heart. And they're like, well, what the hell? Why wouldn't they have that? I don't know. Science is ever evolving, right? I mean, that's why we're on these peptides. But I definitely think you have to do your due diligence. I kind of just went full circle there, didn't I? All right. Well, things are going well here. Everything's running like clockwork. So again, if I have problems with the 5 milligram shot, then I will let you guys know. I do think that I should say I will probably stay at 5 milligrams as long as I'm still kind of, heading on that overly downward journey. The next step, I believe, is 7.5 milligrams. And honestly, I would have to check. I don't even know what the top level milligram for tirzepatide is. I'm not sure if it's 12 or 15. I really can't recall because I haven't had to go up that high, but we'll just keep trucking. I do hope that I will lose at a faster rate than I have been, because I definitely have the weight to lose. So, but I have been feeling better. I've been feeling literally lighter. It's not been as difficult, like to bend over, tie my shoes, all that kind of stuff. So, they're what they call them, non-scale victories, NSVs. So I've had a couple of those. Or like yesterday when I was sitting in bed, I leaned over to do something and I could feel my belly squishing, but it actually was able to squish and let me do what I needed to do instead of kind of rebounding me or rebuffing me. So that's the little things that I'm still just going to look for. So, all right, guys, I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day.